Right, guys. This is going to be a response to Jodisue Brown. Jodisue, you're losing your mind, girl. You're losing your mind, honestly. Yesterday, I made a video. It's like an elephant when Tilly comes downstairs. Yesterday, I made a video about Andy being on Prayer Garden's channel. And this is Jodisue responding to Andy on Prayer Garden. She's actually responding to Prayer Garden rather than Andy. And this is pertaining to the trail cams. So she's confirmed what my brain told me yesterday. Because I said, I'm sure Jodisue said that they had trail cams on the day Summer disappeared, but they weren't working. And this is indeed the case. So, we're going to play about 11 minutes of Jodisue complaining about Prayer Garden of America. Now, I'm not here defending Prayer Garden of America. I don't know her well enough to defend her. I don't watch her content very often. But I just find this clip especially hilarious, given what we know about Jodisue and about the nonsense that she spread about Summer's case. So, let's go. I'll turn the volume up a bit because she's very low. So we'll see how this goes.
I don't know if Summer had come up missing or not when we got the trail cam, because we got it because of Mr. Bob's.
Now look here, dear salted earth. All right.
Question, why does she call her salted earth? As I said, I don't watch Prayer Garden enough, or Jodisue enough, to know these kind of nicknames she gives people. But salted earth is Prayer Garden.
See, this is what. Well, out of its mouth this whole year, I've heard salted earth be like, I hate everybody else, they're not helping Summer. This is the worst propeller of false National Enquirer horseshit.
Who has spread the most nonsense about Summer and Summer's case? Bar none. Jodisue Brown, in my humble opinion. You might differ. You might beg to differ.
In Summer's case, you and I know this, salted earth. You're a fucking lunatic. And you push out rumors, speculation, National Enquirer bullshit. You want to talk shit to your audience and everybody else and say that.
Well, it takes one to know one, that's all I can say.
Care while everybody else is the garbage that's out there. While you hold no truth, no facts, and it is the last thing you ever say out there. Okay? You convolute, you Jerry Springer everything the fuck up. You have been of zero goddamn help to Summer Wells while you screamed at everybody else who is speaking truth.
Jodisue, you've complained about just about everybody who has covered Summer's case. And you don't know any more than anyone else. Or do you? Are you hiding secrets that no one else knows? It begs the question. If you think everyone else is so wrong, what do you know that's right?
You help eat. You are very... you can watch. And if you know these people, well, this is one of those. Gaslights, word salad, manipulates, talks over.
Gaslight, manipulate, word salad. Who does that better? Serious question. Who does that better than Jodisue Brown? Who does that better?
And then offers a fucking prayer. Alright? I don't play that game.
You do, though. You might not offer a prayer because I know you're an atheist, but you do. That's exactly what you do. This is just a massive exercise in projection, in my opinion.
You know. Is it funny sometimes? Yes, if you can look past the ear full of fucking lies. bullshit and nutters it's catered to who really believe the character of Salted Earth and shit she pumps out. The problem is, you got nutters, you got people short form clipping. Eventually, they watch enough of it as entertainment, and then they get that mixed up as facts, and well, the rest is fine.
And I'm as guilty as anybody for listening to Jodisue Brown until the 9th of May this year. I went a whole, several months from Jodisue coming out talking about the Scream. I went several months defending Jodisue, believing what Jodisue said, giving her the benefit of the doubt because she's a witness who cares for someone. I did all of that. I saw the error of my ways because there's so many inconsistencies, so many things that she said that are not true for her own ends. So either she's just a big BSer, or she knows more and she's covering things up. I don't know what's true. Just the way I see it.
History. Right? Unfortunately, that's on the back of Summer and the case and truth and actually finding out what happened. Why you call everybody else fucking liars or try to discredit or make money on or gain your subs, likes, and views.
Projection.
Salted Earth, and I've never. That's why I don't partake of. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, no, wait. Here, wait. I was going somewhere. So apparently this is what it's about. This is why she's calling Andy a liar.
So here she starts defending Andy.
Now look here, Salted Earth. Let me drop some truth bombs for you, right? Andy is not such a well-spoken creature. Okay? He never will be. Yes, is he playing bullshit games that I don't remember, I don't know, I forget? Absolutely, because he's got too many lies going for too many people and too many masks, and he is very well versed in the, I forgot, I don't know, I was going through shit, so and you know that I have ADD and I have disabilities. No effect, look, fuck off with all that shit.
Okay, so Andy might be full of lies. We don't know yet how much Andy has said in his own words that is the truth and what is a lie. And what is a recollection that he believes is true but turns out not to be accurate. We don't know yet, right? I'm keeping an open mind on the things that Andy says. There's things I think, no, I don't think you're telling the truth. There's other things I think you could be telling the truth. I don't know. But all these masks that Jodisue talks about, in one breath she defends him, kind of. And then in another breath, she makes it sound like he's covering something. What's the mask? He's this big monster that she's built him as over the last few months. She's built up a picture of Andy in the audience's mind that may or may not be true. But one thing I can say is the things that Jodisue has said, time and time again, have been shown to be inconsistent. So we can't believe Jodisue. Even if we can't believe a word Andy says, we can't believe Jodisue either.
I know, but everybody, but it's something that has worked for him for eons. He finally, eventually stopped that shit with me. It took decades. And he was like, well, yeah, okay, fuck it. Tired of trying that as a game, and then should actually normalize a little bit.
She doesn't sound scared of him. That's the thing that really comes out when she talks about Andy. The text that she's released between them. She's the one goading him. She's the one who has the problem with everything he's doing. She doesn't seem, to me, an outsider looking in, like she's this victim. It doesn't seem that way to me.
Now he's back at that because he's got too many lies going. So you're not wrong in that regard. However, he's not lying to you about the cameras. But nobody bought one overnight, Salted Earth. That's not what I'm guessing he was trying to say.
So we're now going on about the cameras, because Andy was very vague on the cameras. He didn't know, and he said Jodisue controlled all of that. So if he got what he said wrong, then that's why. So she's going to come on now and, I guess, defend him.
But he's not such a well-spoken creature. Alright? There was camera, alright? There was camera, hardwired. It was purchased not for dogs, per se. It was purchased for all the crazy motherfuckers from out of state and otherwise coming to look at the property. And because there had been shit occurring for a little while there that we found sketchy. However, what was happening was I had moved it, right? And I needed more wire. Okay, it wasn't long enough for where we wanted the camera recorded. And so we're waiting on more wire. And so it wasn't running that day.
Right, so all this hypervigilance, all this BS that had been going on in the local environment, you know, because of the land sale that she was really smarting about, you know, that 2 acres that Jackie Dobbs bought, she thought should have been hers. Except none of that land is hers. She defends this land and these land rights and the historical ownership of this land, yet she's never owned any of it. The Bernards own it, yes. Was she, you know, trying to get in with the Bernards by saying all of this stuff? Her and Andy were still together at that time, but maybe their relationship was rocky and she was using this as a way. I don't know. But this hypervigilance that she says she experienced, she wasn't hypervigilant enough to make sure that she kept the trail cam running and then moved it once she got this new wire. Because she had to take it down, and then it wasn't long enough, and she was waiting on new wire, and that's why there was no camera up on the day Summer disappeared. It's very convenient, don't you think? You know, if you start hypervigilant, that concerned about what's going on, wouldn't you measure out the area, order the wire, once the wire came, then move the camera?
Oh, shit, okay. Trail cams were not. You know, whatever. Anyway, thing is, cameras are really none of this place's business. They're not. It's something, when, where, what, who had, who did not have cameras, and when, where, etc. they were, or located or not, is not y'all's business.
And how is it your business? I mean, yeah, your trail cams are your business, but how is anything else that went on in the local environment on the day Summer disappeared? How is that your business? You're just Joe Public. You're not law enforcement. You're not an investigator. So you've come out with a load of stuff that could be relevant to the investigation if it's true. And yet you've word saladed it out. You've talked hours and hours and hours about what happened. The scream, the location of this car door slam, this red vehicle going up the Wells driveway, all of that is relevant to the investigation, yet you've told it all. So if you're now saying that we, the public, shouldn't know the location of the trail cameras on Ben Hill Road, then doesn't the same apply to all of the other information that you've given out? Unless none of the information you've given out is true and all of it has just been there to mislead the public.
And if you're truly about Summer, their Salted Earth, you'll stop. It's something this place has always wanted. It's dangerous. It's not something that should be out publicly.
So all of this regarding whether there was a trail camera or not on 125 Ben Hill Road, she then extends it all to the public shouldn't know anything at all about the location of any cameras, of any surveillance, because it's dangerous. It's dangerous for the public to know that, but isn't it dangerous for the public to know all of the things that you've said about the investigation? Why are the cameras, the location of the surveillance cameras, so different than anything else that you've said? Answer me that.
It's something that could very well harm her case. So shut the whole fuck up about the case.
Well, again, shut the whole F up, Jodisue, about the case, because you've spread more misinformation about the case. You've damaged this case. You've spouted so much BS. You've potentially tainted a jury pool. So how is what anyone else is doing, and again, I'm not defending Prayer Garden or anyone else who's talking about this stuff, but why is she having so much of a reaction about these trail cameras? Why? Why is she reacting so badly about these trail cameras and saying it's dangerous that the public should know about the location of trail cameras and whether there's trail cameras in certain properties or not? Seems very dodgy to me.
Shut the whole fuck up about it. Common sense tells you to shut the whole fuck up. It's none of your goddamn business. But one was not bought overnight for Dobbs in particular. Okay?
Yeah, I don't care about that. What I care about is that your trail camera that you purchased because of all of this crap that was going on was not operational, allegedly, on the day Summer disappeared. For this BS reason about not having enough cable, that is very dodgy to me. That is very dodgy. And then this overreaction about saying that the mere mention of trail cams is a danger, is going to break down Summer's case. Yet you're the one that spilled all the BS and created a tainting of the case. Whole discussions about the case have been tainted by your BS. Why are the trail cameras dangerous when all of this BS you've spouted isn't?
The locations of all the cameras in the area and who had what and where they're located are none of your goddamn business nor the internet's. Alright? Or when or where anything was placed. No suspect or person involved in this needs to be made aware of that. And that's exactly what that could be used for. And it could very much harm our case.
How? How is a suspect knowing about location of trail cameras going to alert them to what any more than a suspect being alerted to all of the BS that you've said, if what you've said is true? And if you're making such a distinction and creating so much drama about trail cameras and saying that we shouldn't be discussing them, how is that any different than anything that you have said? And I know I'm repeating myself now, but she repeats herself multiple times. She goes on and on and on. So I'm going to end by asking you, Jodisue, why are you reacting like this about trail cameras? Why should the public not know the location of those trail cameras when you've been the one spreading all of this information about what happened in blow-by-blow detail throughout June 15th? Exactly where you were, exactly where you saw a scream Isn't that alerting a suspect to whatever? Why is a suspect knowing about the trail cameras any different than the BS that you've spouted? That, quite frankly, the public perhaps shouldn't have known about. To maintain the integrity of the investigation, perhaps the public shouldn't have known anything. But yet you're the main culprit in spreading all of that information. There's no other neighbour that has come out and said so much as you have. Riddle me that. Think on it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I've been Michelle, hope you're well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.